just think it's important. Like that just keeps like reverberating in my spirit what you said about like we gonna have to pay that price, unfortunately.
And let's not forget that that even the food banks have been cut and defunded underneath this administration. So typically people would think, okay, at least I can go to the food bank and get some food. But many food banks are now begging people to please come and bring something because they're low or they don't have anything. There have been a few that have closed because they do not have that. And then also there's other things that we're not seeing which will affect our economy as well. There is a massive fire in Nebraska that no one is talking about, and all that farmland is being ate up by fires. No
Hmm.
one is talking about that at all. My brother lives in Lincoln, so he keeps me updated on that. So you're right. There's so many things that we are being hit with. Marlo shared a fact with us that 376 have quit their jobs altogether since the shutdown began on Valentine's Day, according to the Department of Homeland Security. That's a lot of people
Hmm.
who have had to leave, and there are so many that are just trying to hold on. We looked at that video of that gentleman who said, hey, I'm still going to work, but I'm going to share with y'all, I don't normally share personal stuff like this ain't easy. So there
Hmm.
are plenty who are still taking their jobs very seriously. Deborah says it's easy. It's really sad because we're still paying the TSA fees in our airline tickets. So
Yes.
why aren't the agents being paid? Marlo, I'm tossed that to you. Why aren't the agents being paid, Marlo?
Because when the people had to submit budgets, they was like, "Eh," and they got the money anyway. Like I never saw a budget process like that before in my entire life, where the people who are responsible for saying, "Okay, well, how can we cut this or how can we?" They had zero answers. And so if you're allowed to do that and you just are carte blanche with America's money and you feel like it's an endless flow of dollars, then you just gonna do whatever you want to do. I mean, I'm gonna keep pointing to our cosplay Department of Homeland Security, former Department of Homeland Security secretary who was riding through the Great Plains on horseback, looking like the greatest porn star in American history. She got 3 outfit changes. She walking through, the ICE detention centers and red bottom heels, like just everything that's out of place that could be out of place was during that moment. And that's how we find ourselves here, right? And they can pretend and argue about voting bills and immigrants, but the reality is Tierra keeps kind of bringing up the war a little bit, keeps kind of reminding us that we're at war. And I want to remind everybody that I think over this weekend, they were talking about sleeper cells. We have spent the first however many months of this administration chasing down immigrants, taking people out of their sleep, doing all kind of wild and wacky things. Then we pick a war with the country that has more, the only country with more sleeper cells in the US than Iran is Israel. So put that in your thinking caps, guys.